Hi there, welcome to another educational video documenting my Web3 expedition. So this is a short video to say that I'll now be taking TradFi seriously. I've managed to earn points. I've been experimenting with it recently, and now it's obvious that I can earn points, and altogether I can also position for airdrops from multiple Perp Dexes. This time the play is automating market making on a wide range of Perp Dexes that are integrated on TradFi, basically simplifying the process of qualifying for this Perp Dex airdrops. We all know that these Perp Dex airdrops are sizable when it comes to airdrops across the Web3 sphere. I realized that late, by the way. I wasn't too into like inorganic trades, and I wasn't expert with perp trading, but considering there is TradFi now, I'm going seriously with this. It's defined what you can accomplish with this. Minimal loss, that you reduce the chances of liquidation very strongly. You would see how it works. So in this video, I'll just do a short overview of one strategy that I'm using. Of course, you can experiment with others. TradFi offers algorithmic trading, meaning the most advanced strategies when it comes to perp trading on a wide range of perp trading platforms, including spot exchanges, dexes, just a lot of them. So for this one, I'll be going Paradex. Paradex is going to have an airdrop soon. The snapshot is going to be February or so. But the interesting thing is you can still catch up with Paradex if you were to use TradFi. As you're about to see. Of course, there are other perp dexes here that you can explore. Nado is there, and so on. Extended is another zero fee perp dex. But Paradex I'm interested in the most because it's zero fee, so there's a lot you can accomplish on it, considering it has zero fees. Pacifica, I'm also vying for a position on Pacifica, but it has fees, so take note. So anyway, all these perp dexes of interest to me, I'll feature in the description. Now let's get started. Considering this is an aggregator for this perp dexes, but by the way, look at all the strategies here. You can also go custom strategies. These are algorithmic trading strategies where for the most part you market make. You cannot accomplish this manually because basically you are breaking, and that's where safety also comes in, breaking your principal into limit trades in installments. So let's say you have $100. Instead of $100 trade, you are going, say, $1, $2, $5 per trade, stuff like that. You want to automate this like institutional market makers do. So yes, so this is an overview. You can use Grok to learn about what these strategies are, best settings. You can also feel free to experiment. Personally, I would experiment, I would just go for it. So for me, I go to bots, although I've shown a video showing me using one of the strategies here, this one, target participation rate. But for this tutorial, I'm just going to go bots, and I'm going to go, you have delta neutral bots, so you can put a long position on one perp dex and a short on another. By the way, you need to go to your portfolio and add all relevant perp dexes at your portfolio. So I've added extended, Nado. I've also added Paradex. Okay, so for this one, market making bot is what I'm going to be using for the sake of this tutorial. You would also see my settings. So select accounts. I have some funds. Of course, you would need to have funded the perp dex in question, such as Paradex in this case. Now, I've experimented with Paradex. You will see that I've earned 60 points, 60 XP. In a day experimenting, I was able to generate $178,000 worth of volume, and the loss was only $3. I had $195. So, imagine being able to do so without much payment. And you can also reduce the losses and all that if you are monitoring things and stuff. But anyway, you'll see how this works very quickly. So, and considering I'm not worried about liquidation, I'm not worried about the sentiments and all that, whether long or short. I can even go maximum leverage. Now for this one, I've noticed that many people, they like to trade this token when it comes to perp dexes. There's reasoning for that. This is like tokenized gold, so it's not as volatile in general compared to like Bitcoin and so on. And also perp dexes tend to give more points to low liquidity markets to encourage people to trade there. So I'm choosing this one. For leverage, let's see the maximum leverage. Wow, up to 100x leverage. This is a lot of volume. I didn't expect that, this has that high volume. Just a moment, let me see here. So here it shows 50x volume max. Am I doing things right? Yes. Anyway, it's going to tell you if you set it above what's possible, it will tell you. Let's leave it at 30x though, just for safety. So confirm. This is my account. Okay, so this is my balance. You'll see that it's populated here already, 192. So I'm just going to go like 170. I'm not using the entire balance. This will generate me $102 worth of volume based on the parameters set so far. Let me increase this. Spread is like +1. So I don't know how to explain this. This is like distance from the market price. So basically what the bot will do is it will keep opening like limit trade close to the market price and make small profit, close the trade, do it many times. So that's something you cannot do normally. Okay, so I'm going to leave this as mid price. There are other strategies here. There is grid, G grid, there is blend. I've not learned those. So mid, then this is neutral, then stop loss, I'm going to put it at 5%. So everything is set as is and I can start trading. Now, the fees will show up here, but it's not compulsory that that is going to be the fee that will be spent. So as you're about to see, it can be lower than this. So sometimes you'll see the fee here and it looks scary. Let's say it says $8, $10. That is not the reality. Plus, there is a P&L element that can counter the fees, depending on the state of the market. So I think the market has kicked in. So you see here, it's showing that 0.1 fee spent so far, but there is P&L of 0.3. So more higher than the fee. A market has ensued. So you see here, a market has ensued on Perp Dex and many markets. So if you go to open orders, these are all limit orders. Now, when a position is taken, it will likely close it and take a small profit. And then the orders are in installment, so it's not using your whole equity. So you see the value of this trade here, $11. The value of this $645. So that's how this is $16 just came in. There's an open position. If you monitor this manually, you can take profit if you desire. Let's say you want to counter fees and all that. Otherwise, you can leave it to run. And by the time it finishes running, this is 2%. Now, volume generated is 1.93 2,000 volume. P&L is already 23 cents. It's higher than the fee. So at the end of this, depending on P&L, the fee, you may not even spend $4. You may spend more. You may even end less. You may even end up with a profit. Okay, but P&L has gone back. Now, if you're manual about it, you can capture that profit on Perp Dex. Assuming, but you see the P&L has retreated. But personally, I would leave it. So just imagine being able to get, this, even if you go organic per day, although there is limited time when it comes to Perp Dex, but say you go organic per day and you target, say, $200,000 worth of volume. In 5 days, that's $1 million worth of volume. That's tangible. And if you apply that to different Perp Dexes, I believe you'll end up doing well when it comes to airdrops. There are so many options to choose from. Now, interestingly, Thread has a point system. And the way Thread is going, I believe that it will have a huge airdrop, maybe one of the hugest airdrops there is. So I will be taking it seriously going forward. There is also OTC value for points. I've not earned a lot, but I would start at the moment. These points are distributed weekly. The next one is February 4th, I believe. I don't know. Yes, I think it's weekly. Now, if you want boosts, if you trade Pacifica Extended, there is boost. So I'll be exploring that as well. This is the most boost OKX Dex. I definitely want to explore this for trade points itself. The reason is because I don't think this is perp trading. This is likely market making on spot. I would have to explore this and reveal that in another video. I'm now going to conclude this video. Now do well to monitor, because you never know. This is in its early stages. It may it may end up not working as intended. It may not close the final. That's something I've noticed. The final trade, it may forget to close the last trade after it has generated the volume. So you may want to, close it manually. But I saw on X that they are adding some settings, that allows you to time matters. Now, I made an error here. I was supposed to go aggressive, I was supposed to check this. If I desire, I can close this and let's see if I can adjust the settings. So this, I was supposed to go aggressive. That will, put in more trades within a short window, and I believe safer as well. So let me explore that. So it's now in positive PNL. If I want to go aggressive next, here I'm not in a loss no, I'm in a bit, okay, I can afford the loss. Or maybe I'll just leave this. I'll just leave this just to see how it fares, in terms of PNL and all that. But generally, I would go aggressive instead of normal to hasten matters. Wow, look at the PNL here. Negative very quickly, and there is also fees spent. You can wait for this or you can manage it. So you see it reflecting here. I'll just wait for it. I'll just leave it as is. Okay, so that's that for this video. I'll now be adding, Thread very prominently on the app, the official app now for Airdrop C. This app is a productive app. It will remind me to, perform my activities on Thread daily, something I've struggled with. In general, when it comes to airdrops, I've struggled with performing the actual activities. I've done thousands of videos about airdrops. I end up missing the airdrops because I don't do the activity. So under Perp Dex Masters, I'll be adding Thread related activities here. Then, of course, you can add the activity to your dashboard. After you've added it, it will show up on the dashboard, and then it will time you, ensuring that you complete all the activities. You can toggle on autoplay and try to stick to the time allotted. If you don't, it will keep reminding you to do so. So you can add this to your home screen on a mobile phone and turn on notifications so that you are reminded with notifications. Airdrops will also be served through this medium. I would also add Thread here. This will come with resources, to study and all that, but I've not added Thread yet. There are other things here of interest. Check it out. Also give me feedback. This is just 2 days old or so it's still up for testing. Help me test it. Don't forget to subscribe to Airdrop Reminders, submit your email here, and follow my socials here. Now it's time for building as well. So if you're interested in building your apps, you don't know how to code and all that, you can now because of AI programming and all that. Follow this channel to prep your mind. Then you can contact me when you're ready to build your app for additional info. Check the description, a bunch of airdrop opportunities there. Subscribe to Web3 Wikis on all socials. Stay awesome, take action.